Yo, we here, the Husbands Podcast. We're finally back, man. Husbands was doing what Husbands was doing, so you know we ain't been full strength. Last week we just went off the cuff.
2 weeks ago,
Fuck it.
actually, we didn't even do
Was that 2 weeks? Oh yeah. Because you know me, y'all. You know me.
Yeah.
Hey man.
Right.
Yeah, I was out in Mesquite.
Moving and experiencing.
Yeah, man.
Moving
Real
and
talk.
experiencing.
Yeah.
What's been going on?
Chilling, man. Traveling, man. Went to Phoenix last weekend for a little event or whatever. It was cool. Phoenix is different. Traveling without the wifey, you know how that can be.
I don't.
Oh, man. You ain't never traveled without wifey?
No.
Man,
Ever.
When you come back, why you ain't take me? And they want to,
That's
I
a
want to go
thing?
here. Yeah, man. I'm learning that hard way.
Okay,
Now she trying to go to Houston for our anniversary. I'm like,
Okay. How does that work?
I be having a cop-out excuse with the frat and everything, man. We got a regional meeting here. I'm gone. So I dip out.
It don't create no.
No, because if she go out, I don't trip. So whatever I do, she can do. So she was talking about going out to Miami with her friends, and I wasn't tripping.
Mhm.
I know I had a strong level of confidence to just be like, go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah.
I was like, do your thing. I ain't tripping.
Wifey with that?
Yeah, my wife cool. She straight.
Word.
Yeah, but for me,
Shit.
it was different though, cause I've been doing like entertainment stuff for a
Yeah.
while. So, I done went to Miami, with Mr. Finley, bunch of different stuff by myself
Yeah.
for like 2 months. Like
Mm.
staying away, and she held the crib down, all that, But the wife, she went to Miami with her friends. She just got back from Houston last month. She was out there for a weekend with her friends. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn, that's interesting, man.
You gotta
Yeah, I don't know if let me see. I don't know if I would I have a problem? I don't think I would have a problem with it. I don't think I would have a problem with
If she traveled, you wouldn't have a problem with it?
I don't think so.
Now, if you travel, would she have a problem with it?
Oh yeah.
Why?
we going.
Right.
That probably would be her get down. But that's interesting, man. That's another level of confidence.
So
You
if y'all
got to
ever do
have
y'all
one.
guys trip that y'all talk about or whatever.
Wait. Nah, I don't think that's happening.
No shit. Man.
I mean, I don't know.
Why you don't think they got you got trust in that
I don't know if it's trust. We got a codependency thing going on. We do.
sound like
we
trust
don't-
issues.
We don't do much. We don't do much not together.
Because that's still your best friend at the end of
Yeah,
the day.
but I don't think I would have an issue with it. Again, I don't think I have an issue with it. But on the other hand, I don't think she's going for it.
Has she traveled without you?
Just one time, but it was for something like it was like a baby shower or some shit.
No, okay.
It wasn't for nothing like kicking
She
it.
told you it was for baby shower.
yeah.
Exactly.
But she would. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be tripping though. I wouldn't be tripping, but I wouldn't be. I would. The videos and shit that we be seeing online sometimes, and
Like Chance the Rapper.
But I don't know. It's maybe because the I guess the trust and the confidence I have, like
Mhm.
I don't know if women like go out and just purposely get like tossed up and shit.
Pound Town.
yeah. But men on the other hand, shit, we go out there, man.
You think so? I doubt it, man. I don't know. I used to think that, but I don't know if I'm just being an old man now. But a lot of dudes just want to that weekend break from their family structure, just to relax and shit. Like the retreat we do in January. Really, a lot of them cats just sit in the cabin and just smoke cigars and just detox from just family struggles and everything.
Yeah.
Might go to the shooting range, but it ain't no like we tricking off and where the bitches at, and ain't none of that. A lot of going on with like the married folk.
That's an old man thing.
It might be.
That's an old
it
man
might be,
thing.
man. Hey, it might be.
Yeah, I mean, what are women's? What are women? They put the Z on it. What are women's? But I mean, maybe that's something that we can try out.
So you think more traveling separate is needed, or because you say you got
That's a detox.
because you say you got a codependency thing.
I
So I
think
mean
we
that
do.
y'all can't go nowhere without each other. So
A lot of the time.
Mm.
I mean, that's just our I mean, maybe that's just
see, 'cause
I could be like, I could stay at home for this shit.
See, for me, it's different. It's different vacations. So we'll have, and I was just talking to my brother SO about this out in front. You
Yeah.
have your family vacations, or we just me, the wife, and the kids went
Yeah.
to Honolulu, family vacation. I'm that type of dude. I be trying to tell the wife, look, I'm like you. I be trying to get her so we can get out of town.
Right.
But she the one. She got codependency. No, I gotta bring the kids. I'm like, yo, we need some time.
Yeah.
We need some time.
Yeah.
Let's get
Mhm.
away, even if for a weekend. Let's
Yeah.
just get away,
Mm-hmm.
and do us, and that could just be going to wherever and just chill. We can sleep, do whatever. But the mom, my wife, she's,
Yeah.
I gotta bring the kids,
Mhm.
and to get to that point too. So I mean, when I do have them times too, like so where I do want to get away, just want to get away, but just from all the responsibilities.
Sometimes you got to detox.
Yeah, it ain't even a detox. It's just like de-stressing.
A reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
yeah.
just de-stress, just to get the pressure of being, the head of the household,
Yeah.
making all these decisions and stuff like that. Sometimes you just want to get away just to get
Yeah.
that clarity, from the, just the day to day,
And they
so-
do it too. They call it me time and go to the spa and do all that women folk stuff.
Mhm.
And, but as men, what do we do?
Oh
Play
shit.
video games? I mean,
Nothing.
we don't even play ball no more. We all out of shape.
I don't even know, man. Look,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna have two 18-year-olds this year, man. But
Oh,
I've
that's
been
Man, he was busy.
Early.
yeah, man.
That's dope.
Our oldest turned 18 yesterday, matter of fact.
Mm.
But man, I've been super like FDK, man, lately. Cause I mean when when you have a tight knit family and then
Mhm.
when that's all, your universe is surrounded, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We don't, unless we going out and kicking it, which can get very, very old.
Very fast.
Going out and kicking it, we don't have much alone time,
Mm-hmm.
So I've been really on that. Like, man, we got to do shit on our own
Yeah.
outside of
The family thing.
the getting drunk and kicking it and all that shit, because that shit is getting old.
Yeah.
Them hangovers last longer, man.
Look,
Hey,
man,
What you also see is that, like, you 35?
I'll be 35 this year.
See, so
Yeah.
I'm 40. When I was there, I was going through the same thing because your body can't keep doing that, bro. Like, and then again too is that you're not the same person you were in your 20s.
Yeah.
So you can't go out and continue to do those same things, because that's what I had started noticing. Like, I'm not getting paid to do this, and if
Yeah.
you are getting paid to do this, how much of this do you want to put on your body? Because this
Right.
is your business. Because now you're looking at people like Jamie Foxx, brain
Yeah.
damage and all this other
Yeah.
stuff going on, but we don't know. But yeah, you
Mhm.
putting a lot of stress on yourself. You're drinking, you're partying, you're in this industry for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
What is it doing to your body? But then you think about the stress. You think about all the stuff that he's dealing with. Man, it can get heavy with with how we look
Yeah.
at stuff. Even just a small getaway from your home can do so much for you, because it's a reset.
Mhm.
Let me
it's
get
a
away.
reset, yeah.
And then when I come back, I know when I was in Hawaii with the family, I was ready to come back home.
Mm.
Because I was just ready. Because I'm like, man, if this is what grinding and hustling get for my family,
Yeah.
let me get back to it. I can't do nothing. I'm out of state. I
Yeah.
can't touch the clients. I can't go show no houses. I can't do none of that. So I was ready to get back home. So I was ready to go. When I got back home, I was pushing, and got some more results. And then now it's that reset button I was able to get, but now I'm with the wife, like, man, after we in the process of getting ready to move and some more stuff, like, hey, man, we're gonna have to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Just,
I feel
hey,
it.
we're gonna have to go to Houston or Dallas or something on our
Yeah.
own, just us, and
Mhm.
just go chill. I've been trying to go to Denver too, so I've been trying to
Hey,
get
Denver
just get my
popping,
people,
yeah.
but even with Dion being out there now, I want to go check
Mhm.
one of them college games out, because go out there and partake in the
I'm definitely
festivities.
going to one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, because I just want to see
Before
what the
the snow.
atmosphere is. Yeah, what
Yeah.
it's like, because just watching what Colorado won it back in
Yeah.
the '90s, man, was crazy. And then you see what's his name, the black dude that went to Pittsburgh, the quarterback. That played-
Cordell?
Cordell went to Colorado.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
Colorado.
yeah.
Yeah. So he went to Colorado. Seeing him win the national. Did he win the national championship there?
I don't remember.
But yeah,
Yeah.
to see him be slashed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The beginning of that and stuff.
Just
so,
Dion being there, because I went to JSU game, Jackson State game in November, and it
Oh,
was
that
just
was
a
dope.
different element. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
He brings a certain aura to a team. I
Yeah,
can
so
say that
maybe
for
we
sure.
should do like a
It's in the
fellas trip.
works.
Yeah, let's do a fellas trip
Yeah.
to that.
Hear that?
right.
I just want to. You hear that?
Right.
But outside, okay, so outside of traveling and kicking it, how do you guys detox from everyday life and marriage woes? Not even necessarily marriage woes, but like maintaining your individuality.
Good way to frame it.
For me, it may sound weird, but from time to time, I just go bowling by myself.
Word.
Yeah, just go bowling. Yeah, I just go. I got my shoes. I got a bowling ball. I hit the wife. Hey, I'm about to go bowling. She, hey, take your time. I hit the bowling alley. Be up there for a couple.
Damn.
Yeah, a couple hours and just bowl, just to clear my mind because I'm away. You know, I'm doing something I love to do because me and my friends we bowl all the time. So I'm just in here, gamble bowling, everything.
Really?
Bowl for bucks, yeah.
Oh man, I need that.
Hey, shout out to the DC boys. And we started like 99, 98. Like we started we started betting 9 or better bucks, 9 pins or better. If you get a strike, you got to double up. You got to pay him double. If you get a gutter, you got to pay double.
Yep.
Yeah, so just a bet. We just but we've been doing this for over 20 something years, man. So I just go bowling and then also the gym in the morning when I see you. That's also my time, man, because then I can anything on me. I can push it on them weights and just I'm just in my zone. So when I see you in the morning, that's my me time because I know I'm working on Andre at this particular time. So I get to be like, okay, this is for me. This ain't for nobody else in the house, but for Andre. So.
Mine just video games, really. Video games and drinking. I used to have a real bad gambling problem. I used to hit the tables tough. So when I started being my wife, I had cut back on the gambling like completely. So I just figured it's a cheaper way to get away from everything. Was just indulge in video games. Really 2K mainly. So I'll be cussing out 12-year-olds or whatever when it gets serious.
Hey, when dudes be losing, do they quit on you?
They quit on me or they get to talking shit. Now, boy, quit talking. Boy, I send your mama some flowers and make her fall in love with me. I get nasty right to it. I be playing that old school game. Be trying to post up people. Everybody want to shoot threes. I got Shaq. I'm still trying to post up. Man, get down court fast. Man, shut up. I be cussing kids out, man. They started though, but I just go right to 10. Like,
oh my goodness.
That's a good way to de-stress, man.
Because I'm a 13-year-old.
Cussing out somebody else's kid.
I used to do that back in the day, man, but I stopped, man. They be quitting too much, man.
They quit, but if they quit, I still get the win or I just keep it going, but they get frustrated.
Or they put all the sliders up and then all that shit. Yeah. Let me see. The gym in the morning when I see you, that kind of be. That's all the alone time I get, man. When I leave there, life starts.
Wow.
Start taking place, huh?
So why not have how do you not set the time aside for yourself?
Never thought about it?
You know what? I don't think about it until I get annoyed. And then when I get annoyed is when I really start putting it out there. Like, but yeah, man, I go to the gym in the morning, primarily Monday, Tuesdays. I go to the gym in the morning, and then as soon as I leave, man, it's time for pickups. It's that's then family time. Then it's just from on and on, unless I'm record. I mean, you can say recording.
I'm gonna say podcasting should be,
but my wife right now. You know what I'm saying? So. I used to I used to have breakfast by myself all the time. Now I fucked with that until I started feeling like I'm the old guy in there because they knew
start knowing your name and shit.
They started knowing my order and all that. I was like, ooh.
I mean that's just good business, man. We actually gotta start like rearranging how we see things.
Yeah,
like, because going out and eating breakfast by yourself is not a bad thing.
Yeah,
because I just went to Starbucks and sat down and really just said, I'm gonna just sit here and eat breakfast. And not go to the house. And me just sitting here and I felt different. It was just the atmosphere, which is a little bit different and stuff. So then when you think about it, you start visiting restaurants a lot, man. You build those relationships, and those are needed in business because we were just me and SO were just talking. He has an idea. I know we everywhere.
Yeah,
but
no.
Yeah, but he just had an idea about a jerk chicken spot that wants him. He said jerk chicken or Jamaican.
It's a Jamaican spot on the east side.
Yeah, on the east side, that want him to invest into it. But like I told him, man,
to the east side.
Yeah, but like I told him, I said, hey man, we gotta start looking at these opportunities that you might not see yourself as a business owner or owning a restaurant.
Yeah,
but your influence can help you do that.
Right.
You know, but that's why I said it was weird when I went bowling at first by myself. But then I start to see how therapeutic it was because I was just in there by myself. I was able to be not distracted by anything and stuff like that. So I would encourage, bro, I would say go back to doing that, man, because just hearing like you don't have time for you. Spence, like being a buck with you, bro. Like as men, we gotta get that time. We gotta get that time. Because that if you're the head of the household, how can you make clear decisions that's gonna affect everybody if you don't really have the time to sit down and be like, okay, this is what's on the plate for the whole family.
Right.
I don't know if it's an adult thing, but I have a harder time today. It may be because of the the situations I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I have a harder time today being more selfish. That was an easier thing to do when I was younger. But now, with responsibilities and people, looking for me, to lead in things and the kids, the family, as a husband, it's hard for me to.
You think you maxed out on being selfish? Like you did all the selfish things that you wanted to got them out your system?
I don't know if I've ever been selfish. That was just something that I really wasn't into or felt like I had to do. But now I may need to, but I have a hard time doing it.
So how old are your kids?
I had two 18-year-olds this year. I'll have two 14-year-olds this year, and then 5.
Yeah. So, and the only reason I'm asking because like it still sound like codependency. Like you want your kids to need you, bro. Like you got 14-year-olds, bro. And I don't. I'm trying to figure out like how you don't have no time. Yeah. Like because you talking about drop off pickups and this and this. Like I still got a bunch of time because even with my son, baseball, volleyball practice, this. I still make time for Andre because I got to because at the end of the day, because even like now, like my son, my wife. Shout out to my wife. She's like mom. She's doing mom duties now. She's at the baseball game with Legend.
Okay.
So she's there. I'm here. Because we already discussed, hey, I got to do the podcast. But 2 weeks ago, she was in Houston. I was out at the baseball game. You see what I'm saying? So that's when I had hit y'all. Like, hey, I can't make it. I'm on daddy duty. So, hey, I'm out with the son and Mesquite doing our thing. Well, now we just got it to where I got to get this time for myself. That's why I said the gym, it's a must in the morning because I know that once I drop the kids off, the wife at work, kids at school, I can go do what I got to do.
Okay, so what if the time isn't the time that you would have to yourself isn't the time that your wife or family wouldn't be comfortable with? So what if it was like at night? Does it have to be, if you have a long time to yourself, does it have to be like in the morning?
I work graveyards, so my schedule be out of whack anyway. So when she sleep, I'm up. When she up, I'm sleep. So if I have some alone time, I'm just upstairs playing the game or whatever. Or if I'm going out, I'm going out. We ain't worried about like no infidelity issues, no shit like that.
Yeah.
We kind of like, if you're going to cheat, you're going to cheat in the daytime or the nighttime. It don't matter. That's the case, but that's not the case. So it's just, it don't matter with us. And we ain't got no kids, so I'm in a different, I don't understand the balance of that.
Really?
Yeah. And I mean, I just try to make sure that if there's something that the kids or the family like direly need, then I can be available. But like 9 times out of 10, man, I do a lot of my thinking early in the morning. I'm the last one asleep, first one up. So I go to bed 11:30, 12 o'clock, up at 4 in the morning. Like every morning, just on.
Brave soul.
Yeah, man. But it's just how I go. Yeah. But the old man in me though, I get that grown man napping around 11, 30. But no, I mean, I get my time usually at night when the wife sleep about 10 o'clock at night. I can really chill. Whatever, like I might have something on YouTube, watching it or something like that, or just reading a book, listening to Audible. But 10 o'clock kids, they pretty much out the way. Once the door closed, locked. They out the way. I can sit in the room, chill, meditate, do whatever I need to do. Yeah, old man stuff. I'll be stretching.
Hey man, how many fights have y'all had? Fights are arguments. How many arguments have y'all had that kind of left the walls of your home?
Uh, it just depends on how you look at it, man. Because who you talk to. That depends on how you feel it gets outside of as far as my kids, they never once said nothing to nobody like
Yeah.
mom and dad. But talking to my mom about a situation or my dad about a situation or just different people, that's how I see it getting outside of your walls. Because I'm just trying to get clarification on, was I wrong,
Yeah.
or whatever the case might be. So, but yeah, I try to, like I said, I just try to keep everything private, me and my wife, because when you try to it gets outside, man. It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap.
We haven't had one. I'm really trying to think. We haven't had one. We had issues where families had issues, or she had issues with her family, and then I'm by default I'm a side by my wife, whether right or wrong. We had those where she had issues with her family, but those wasn't even big issues. That's just like they little family quarrels. I'm just sitting there just observing. But like far as me and her, we really haven't had no major fights.
We've had a few.
Yeah. Well,
I'm private though. I'm you know what I mean? That's just a
Mm-hmm.
family thing.
Right.
With her, she's more a little more outspoken than people.
Gotcha.
So that was something within our relationship that I had to get used to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I, just my family is a private family. You know what I mean? Whatever we kind of dealt with is what we dealt with. I'm really not into putting my problems off on other people.
Right.
So with that being said, I have a hard time. I'm gonna put an eye on this before we get into the conversation.
Okay.
I have a hard time fixing. I'm not even gonna say I have a hard time fixing. I look at you completely different if I feel like a problem in my relationship or my marriage was brought to you and you chose sides.
I got you. Yeah.
I can't. That relationship to me would be completely over.
Yo.
In that
because you didn't put your choosing shoes on, and then if everybody reconciled, and you looking at them different.
Right.
Yeah, and I've seen it, man, where a couple would will be arguing, even like online, man, and you just see people that's close to that couple just completely split up and choose sides, and it's like, damn, are they only a couple when?
So what was the first mistake though?
Putting it out there.
Put that out there.
It's outside the walls because you did what? You put it online.
Yeah.
But it made good entertainment though, man. To watch.
It do. But like I said, that's what we got to get away from.
Yeah. We got to stop watching the train wreck.
The thing with my wife, family, and my family is they don't choose sides. Right is right.
Yeah.
Period. Because there's been times where I've been wrong, and mom's, pop's, sister, everybody checking me on it. Like, nah, you wrong.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you wrong. Her mama now checked her. No, you wrong. He right. You're not supposed to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Because that's just how it goes. It don't matter if I'm your mom or not. And that's how I am with my kids. Because I'm like, yo, right is right.
Right.
Because when they come to me, I'm like, I don't care. You ain't do. Hey, why is this missing in school?
Yeah.
There ain't no excuse. The teacher, no, bro. You got a time to turn it in. Turn it in. There ain't no excuse.
Right.
Period. Turn it in. That's it. The teacher can tell me whatever. You can tell me whatever. Right is right. You're supposed to turn it in. That's the excuse. So when you stick on principles like that, I've always been in a good place and I feel good about my family, her family, because they stick on what is right. Because I don't want you choosing me or because I'm your son or your brother. Because my sister and them, they're not gonna do that for sure.
Yeah.
They love my wife, and they look at her like a sister. And but I never we had our problems. But during those times, it was just like I said, it was my problems, that I was going through.
Yeah.
And even though I was wrong, they still supported me because they wanted the marriage to work. And they say, hey man, people make mistakes. You do, this, that, and the third. It's okay. But don't do it, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But right is right. They could have just been like, hey man, F him and all this other stuff. But they was just like, hey man, people make mistakes. So. That was big for me, but they stand on what's right, man. So that's why when I was just telling SO before, man, it's a unique situation because I've been with my wife since high school. So we, it's a long time. So we 20 plus years in. So it's, that's like my sister and them. Like we tripping, like that's like my sister. But then I turn around and go trip behind them too. So. It's just a different dynamic, man. Once you get to them 20s and stuff like that, bro, it ain't no choosing sides. I'm family, bro.
Have you ever had issues with your in-laws?
Look, you don't want to say it.
Mom, no.
No comment. Is
Mom, because the moms is no longer here, man.
Yeah.
Rest in paradise. I wouldn't say we had issues. It's just, how shit can get chaotic before things are solidified. Right. And I feel like if you're venting to people about what's going on, and then you turn around and say, "Oh, I'm going to make this a thing with this person,"
they're gonna look at you different.
They're gonna look at you different.
Right.
You can tell when you get around a situation, everybody's like,
"Why is he here? Why is he?"
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those. And I'm the type of person where once I'm in that situation, that's it. I got one time to be in that situation. That's, you know what I mean? And so that was kind of how that situation went. It was kind of weird. I never had any issues with her father.
Right.
On my end, no, on my end, the only people that ever known that like something was going on between, me and my wife was my mom or my grandma. And 100% of the time it was more so, it was on me. The only thing that I can remember of that, when we first got together, my grandma really couldn't shake that she was like older than me.
Oh, really?
A few years. Yeah, when she told my grandma how old she was, my grandma kind of.
She ain't used to. They're not used to that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like it's only like 3 years.
Yeah.
Grandma,
like 13.
What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So, but other than that, man, we really haven't had no issues like that.
I wonder why. When you said that though, I wonder why your grandma had a problem with you dating an older woman. Is it like, I wonder if it's like a Southern, is she from the South? Like, where's she from?
Yeah.
I think it's a generational thing.
Yeah, so because because I'm kind of seeing the same thing. I know like my grandma, she married older. And my mom, she married older too. It's like, so it seemed like it's always common for the man to be, because I'm older than my wife. But your wife older than you.
She older than me.
Yeah,
she's
so
6 years older than me.
Okay, well, yeah, y'all the same boat. So
yeah, but
now, because I forget my memory, respect, rest in peace to moms. Was she alive when y'all started dating, or
no?
Oh, okay.
But she know her.
They
knew each other growing up. But me and my wife started talking shortly after my mom passed.
Okay, so moms orchestrated that then.
Maybe some blind faith. I always think that too. Maybe some blind faith. But when my mom died, she sent her condolences and started talking or whatever, and we started building from there. But I think if my mom was alive, she probably would throw salt in the whole thing. Don't be with my son. My son ain't shit type of thing. My mom like that. Jesus. Mom's he ain't old enough for you. He ain't got his stuff together. My mom would have threw all that in the mix.
She just keeping a buck, man. That's all. That's all.
And maybe she probably would have some point to that at that time, but people evolve. And you got you know what I'm saying? My mom out there, she had that confidence in me to bouncing back like I bounced back.
What's so funny that I'm hearing is like everybody relationship is like with their mom too. Cause like you said, like my mom or my grandma gonna know.
I think that's a huge thing. How men are towards their mom, I think kind of dictates how they be in a relationship. Because I hear a lot of men in bad relationships, but then you realize their relationship with their mom is really not on good terms.
Yeah.
See, with me, man, with me, man, growing up, man, my situation was a little different. My pops was in prison for a lot of time. And all I had was my mom, and my mom was a young mom. So, coming up, my mom was like my punching bag. She was the only person that was like there. You know what I'm saying? She was in front of me. And then as, I got older, I started to learn and appreciate we are way more alike than we are different. And so our conversations, our conversations and the way we talked began to change. And that trust came way earlier than I expected because we are so alike. And so this situation right here and seeing how proud of it she was, it was easier to have those talks with her.
Yeah.
But even then, man, I still wouldn't. It would be vague. But we did have one blow up. We did have one blow up outright right after we got married. Because I couldn't. That stuck. We talked about that stuck.
Yeah.
Boy, I was ready to leave, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
in the not in the physical sense, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But so say you guys did get into a real bad argument, and your friends decided to choose sides based upon the friends you've gained as a couple. Of course, you have yours, she has hers, and the friends that you gained as a couple. If they began to choose sides during this argument, especially during when people start feeling like the relationship is threatened, are those repairable?
For me, nah. You pick your side, stay on it. Stand on it.
If I pick sis side, I
stand on it. Stand on it. If you pick it, because I think a true friend gonna do one or two things. You need to go try to bring peace to the situation, or you gonna step back and let it handle itself out.
Yeah.
Right. But once you start picking sides and going hard for that side, whether right or wrong, I'm like, all right, more power to you. I'm with it without you.
Yeah, that's
I like for me. And I will say this, and like, it's not like me and my wife been together this entire time since we got out of high school and all this other stuff. So we had our gaps where we wasn't together. We had arguments, broke up type stuff. So I wouldn't be dating her. They know that, but they still would treat her with that same respect. They never chose up and just said, "Hey man, we ain't messing with Tamara." None of that. They always seen her out, treated her with respect because that was, my ex at the time. So and even when I do get, like I said, when I get in arguments, man, like. My friends call me Martin Luther Grease because I just try to keep it, try to tell the truth all the time, man. Yeah. So when I get into situations, and like I said, I expect my brother Esso to check me in the right direction because I think
I always talk to you in private about it, like I won't go in public with it.
But still, I expect people, my friends, even if you choose my wife in a situation that I did something wrong, totally, like I get it. Because I've been that person. I done had friends that did something wrong, and I said, "Hey, nigga, I'm not with you.
Yeah,
I'm with your wife, bro. I'm with your family because what you did was wrong, and you're not supposed to move like that. And you got to have people that move like that. I'm siding with her 100% because she ain't wrong. And when you stand on that, that's what you got to stand on because then your friends look at you differently because now I don't want to see you self-destruct. Because if I choose sides and I choose sides for the wrong, because I'm out here cheating. And he co-signing on that ain't my friend. This ain't my brother. Because I'm self-destructive. I'm not doing nothing productive for my family. That's a selfish need that I'm doing, that I'm actually doing right now with cheating. And that's what I had went through. And that was like what I went through. Then nobody sided with me. And it was cool. I was alone, like, hey, but it was well deserved because I was like, I was wrong. And like I said, that was the communication part that we was talking about. A lot of stuff we're gonna talk about during the show, like they led up to those things, because that's like I said, my friends, they keep it a buck with me. Hey man, do it this way. So I'm for people choosing, in a fight. If they choose for, any other reason than what's right, then just stay over. Like he said, to stay over there. But I read people a lot, well. So I already know what it was. So if you with my wife and you her friend and you choose her no matter what she got going on, then we got some issues. Because but we didn't have them conversations. I didn't have them conversations with my wife and just the friends she hang out with. Hey, I don't know them like that, but reputation sometimes precedes people, and you just out in these circles with people, and that can be like now it could be a bunch of confusion. You looking at that person, but like you said, that's the trust thing. Back to the vacation, like you got to be able to, man. Just because it's.
Have y'all ever been in those situations?
Well, I've been with a group of friends, and they've been labeled like slut bags. Yeah. Hell yeah, and I've been labeled a slut right along with them, man. But my character don't display that.
We've been drugged through the streets, man. Man, that's so, man. We friends.
I'm a reformed slut bag.
Like that's how it was, bro. Like man. For real, man. Like man. Shout out to my brother Gifted R&B sensation.
Yeah,
he had it hard for me, man, because he was always doing the most. I've been with my wife since high school, so in high school. Going to Cheyenne High School from Western, man. I walked on campus and I had to be like the man in 10th grade because of OG. And at that time, I'm dating my wife. She hated him because when I got there, I'm talking about popping.
Yeah.
Everybody, all the girls was on me. I'm saying I got action everywhere. So I'm like, man, she ain't like that. So but that's what really, but that's how I said at that particular time, man, she kept me on that straight and narrow because I'm there. I'm finna get it cracking. I'm a West Side. Bro, I'm over here in Northtown. I don't know nobody like this.
Yeah.
It's a whole new school. I went to all the West Side schools. So I'm over here seeing all new people and came in with a reputation. So it was it was some time, man. You know, we had friends from high school too. You know, like I said, that like, cause we got years, you know, we've been dating since 97. So we've been, you know, there. So we looking at 26. So they've been around. So for me, it ain't they can't choose. You know, because like I said, if we were to separate, they still can't choose. I don't believe they would choose. I would think they would still give her the same respect as, you know, my ex-wife as she was as my wife, you know, and that's how I go. Like I said, I try to stay out of, you know, my friends' business, you know, because if they happen to get a divorce or whatever the case is, I still want to be cool with both parties because I ain't did nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't did nothing. And that's always been, you know, how I try to stay out of it. Even if a friend comes to me and talk about something, I try to keep like transparent goggles on so I don't look at that person differently.
And we had friends that had divorces and the significant others are still cool with on cordial terms and just try to be like middle of the road, be cool on both sides, be cordial.
I wonder, like, what does that do for couples? You know, I can only speak for me, but I really want to know what does that do for couples, especially like when a couple goes around. I want to say the husband. It's the husband's club. When a husband goes around his wife's friends and the energy is different, and he starts to feel it, knowing that they've been told stuff that may or may not have been true, or tins have been put on it.
I don't know, man. I always laugh at it. I think if I was in that situation, I would laugh and dare somebody to say something because just as much as she's talked to them about me, she's talked to me about them. So I'm just waiting for that moment, that one comment that get out of hand in the left field. They're gonna go 2. I'm gonna go 8. I'm going right to 8. So I'm just waiting. So I'll just be laughing like, yeah, I'm making y'all real uncomfortable be being here, but I dare one of y'all to say something.
Yeah,
I would kind of have to take that mentality because
that would suck though.
Yeah, it I've been in places, but it was just because of what I did had got out type of thing. So it wasn't like she said something to somebody else and it was kind of that uncomfortable thing, like why you still standing by his side, you know, type of thing. Like after he did this, you know, that was kind of uncomfortable because, you know, you had that kind of sense of like, you know, I did mess up. But, you know, after you get through that, you know, you don't care, man. Because I know me and my wife, that's why we so private now. Because when you get to a point where you know, I talk to my mom about certain things, talk to my pops about certain things, but it just, you can't, a lot of stuff I just try to keep internally. Because like you said, once you get outside them walls and once you speak to somebody about it, you open yourself up to like the opinion and their judgment on whatever's going on.
What do you do if you hear rumors about your friend or their significant other? How do you handle that when you hear from like a third party?
See, I'm isolated. That's my real personality.
Okay.
I'm really, really isolated, right? So I think those around me know. The less I know, the better I am. Because at some point, even if you do know and you decide to say anything or you decide to say nothing, at some point it's going to come out that you knew. And that's going to be even worse. I feel like that's worse than saying nothing, than knowing and you saying nothing.
For me, I mind my business. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I will want.
Do you tell the friend?
Nah, I mean, I can't because, you know, sometimes it ain't cool to be messy. Sometimes you just got to let it come out as it needs to come out. You don't need to be the person to tell that person, whatever the case is, because if you say something and it's not true, you know, now you got to go back and, well, who told you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got to, oh, well, Spence told me. Now you got a problem with Spence because Spence, you see, it's like a big drawn out, it'll be a drawn out thing for me. So I sit back.
You gonna go to the source of who put it out there.
I don't know, but then again, too, I don't be having conversations about like other people.
But
so
people, if somebody, so Steve brought up a good point. So if you saw my wife out cheating, do you like let it be, or do you just tell me on the side?
Well, I'm the type of person I'm gonna go talk to Toya. Like, hey, what's going on?
Okay.
Because I'm trying to see what the situation is before I go. Before I see what's up. Because I'm that type of person. I see you out, I'm gonna speak to you.
Right.
To see what's up. Oh, what you doing? You here at work? What's going on? Who is he? You know, I'm gonna introduce myself to try to get more information.
Okay.
Then I can go back and be like, hey, SO, what's going on? Where Toya?
Right.
And see what you on. Then you know, it can be something like that. But hey, you know, but if for me, I don't know, man, because it's a crazy situation, bro.
Full transparency,
Like
that has happened to me.
Mm.
And I said nothing.
Why?
no, wait. Before you answer it, now, was it true?
No. Like I walked past them.
What I'm talking about the rumor. Was the rumor true about the person?
And it wasn't a rumor. I walked past them.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said nothing. That's tough, man. Because when you decide to insert yourself into a couple's problems, you can become the enemy very, very fast. Especially if they decide to work things out.
Right.
And so I just like, it's none of my business.
Yeah.
You know?
But you don't have a fear of if they found out that you knew and didn't say something, they look at you different?
Because, okay, so if I decided to say something, right? If I decided to say something, I'm inserting myself into their business.
Right.
They break up. They had a talks. They get back together. Who do you think they're gonna be looking at?
You.
I don't want them, you know what I mean? I don't want those issues at all. You know, I'm not gonna say there are clear signs of cheating, but obviously it's some shit that y'all need to work out.
Right.
So yeah, I didn't say nothing. I feel like he told me in passing. We didn't like fight or anything about it, but he like kind of told me in passing, like, you know, who was with who and all this shit. But and that was an awkward moment, a weird moment. But because I didn't say like zero. I like it just didn't even happen. Right. But I just put myself in those situations, and you know what I mean? I want to say I'm blessed. You know, because I know they're out there, but I want to say I'm super blessed that I haven't been around many messy couples.
Right.
You know what I mean? I haven't been around those yet.
Right.
I know, you know, couples and marriages where, you know, they're working things out like as we are. So we sitting there, you know, we just be talking about, you know, problems and how we work them out, and that's, you know, that's where we at right now. But I haven't gotten around the messy
Right.
couples yet. And hopefully I never do.
But knock on wood, bro.
Well, I mean, but this is a suggestion for, you know, husbands, soon to be husbands, like, you know, couples. Stay away from them couples that are always bringing their problems to you, involving you in a relationship.
Amen.
Because it gets to a point like I'm not gonna butt in my brother's relationship or his marriage or nothing like that. But if he come to me with a problem, or you know, he just expressing this, you know, whatever he is, he just come to me as a brother. I can't go look at my sister, you know, and have a issue with her. Yeah. You know, but I just try to, like I said, for me, I'm the older guy. You know, even though I'm younger than them, but I've been in my relationship the longest. So I've been married the longest. I'm the veteran guy. Yeah. So for me, it's a lot of like I try to see what my brothers are going through and be, you know, try to, before they get to the, hey man, make sure you communicate, because I ran into them hurdles already. So that's the kind of friend that I try to be. I don't try to do the stepping in, and because I mean you can hear stuff, but that's not my place, because I don't know if it's true or not. You know, then I'm being messy. Now I'm part of the devil's game now, because now I'm going to say, hey man, your girl, man, because you never know. Yeah. Because it was funny when I was single, it was a lot of rumors my wife heard about me. You know, when we got back together, she's like, I heard you was. I'm like, hey man, like, how am I having all this time to sleep with all these chicks and do all this and this, and it was just crazy. You know what was like in the streets, and you be hearing these things. So like that's why I be telling my single friends, like, bro, that's a crazy,
Yeah.
it's a crazy world,
Then you
man.
find out where it's coming
The
from.
perception
Yeah,
of who you are is
damn,
totally
that's
different from
crazy.
what you think about yourself. Yeah.
Okay, how do y'all handle? Because me, wifey, and I have gotten to many arguments about this. I hate when she becomes the go-to. So when her phone is ringing on some messy shit, I have to say something. When her friends bringing it to her,
And what's the messy? Like, not
They
without-
gossiping about
they
another
problems,
relationship.
they gossip. You know what I mean? They problems, they gossiping about other people, other relationships. You know, the trauma
Yeah, okay,
offloading and all that
okay.
shit. Now
Now, like,
we've gotten to plenty arguments about that.
Now, I don't see a problem with them or one of my wife friends talking to my wife about, work.
Look at
work. No, I'm saying work or their relation. Like
Yeah.
work. Her friend talking to her about her relationship and her household.
Yeah.
But if you're calling my wife to talk about somebody else's household, yeah, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a problem but if you calling my wife and she's the go-to and you got an issue at your home you need help with, totally fine. But if you call my wife and like you said, you talking about the next person's household, yeah, I'm on the same thing. Like, who you talking to?
Yeah.
But see that a lot of times too is that over time too with me and my wife, she's weeded out a lot of those people, over time because at doing exactly what you doing, saying something, and I'm not comfortable with that because if something goes on, now your name is in the mix. Now our household is in the mix. Now I don't got no problems with her husband. I'm not afraid of her husband, but let's keep stuff cordial. Keep our business over here.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that I hate about just messiness, period.
Yeah.
That's why even with me, you can only talk about, like I said, with my friends, you only talk about so much that you want them to hear. But because you don't want them to look at, I ain't going nowhere. They gonna see Tamara when I come back around. I want them looking at her,
Right.
That's a fact.
That's real shit.
So looking at her like, so when I come to my brothers, I always come from the standpoint of what I need.
Right.
So that just helps me. So all my brothers out there, when y'all talk about your problems, your personal problems.
Yeah.
And then if you do got problems with your wife, like don't talk about her in a negative fashion. Just talk about how we can try to communicate to get that better.
Yeah.
Whatever the solution is, to try to find it. But I learned that over time, man. And my dad was a good thing because when I worked with my dad at Tonopah Test Site, we doing security. Now we, patrol. And I got a chance to sit on on a actual runway where they house some stuff, some classified stuff. So we sitting there doing all kind of. You remember I called you from that number? It showed over two numbers.
So it's two numbers. The United States of America.
Hey, government got two numbers I was calling him from. He was tripping out. But my dad, I was able to sit down with him, and he had a real conversation with me about marriage and just being a dad, being a husband, and to the sense where it wasn't like he was talking to me about my mom.
Yeah.
He was just talking to me about, because I had just got married. So he was just laying it out like, hey, this is how marriage is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what you should do, and this is how you should move. And this is some of the stuff you'll deal with. And everything we talked about on that ramp, sitting on that ramp, like it really came to fruition, like, because he was like laying it out, like this is what marriage is.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got, I had a better understanding of what marriage was when I got into it because unlike SO, like I said, mine was impromptu. We was engaged a long time, and then shout out to Styles and everybody else, they challenged us to go get married. We was already in that mindset, but we just went and got it done.
Yeah.
So. But it was different.
I heard rumors about Grease, but I told Grease, man, so and so said this. What?
Mm.
All right, but that's just my loyalty to Grease being my homeboy type shit. It's when like if Tamara was to ever call and vent to me about Grease, hey, that's a little bit too much. Because I had that with another friend. His wife called me venting about him, and I'm like at this trick bag, like, do I say something? Or do I like what?
Yeah.
But it's just a weird space. But
everybody
call my wife.
I will say that though.
Shit.
Now, if I did hear it now, if I heard a rumor about your significant other, I wouldn't say nothing. If I heard a rumor about you though, I'm popping at you because I know you. That's totally different. So like SO, when he tell me like, oh, I'm like, nah, man, like but I do be understanding sometimes because when you hear a rumor and then you be like, well, oh, okay, I could see where that came from because I don't know. Like it'd be weird in these streets out here, bro, because us as this strong men, you talk with people, you have confidence in yourself and these different things, and then sometimes you might just catch that particular person, might be a woman. You know, I do a lot of business. I interact with a lot of people. So, you know, and this was around the time I was doing my TMT football director. So I'm around a bunch of parents, man. So, you know,
right.
And when you're out hanging out, like, so coaching football out here is totally different, you know, and that's like sometimes what get people caught up in a lot of these things because you're out here coaching these kids like they're your kid. Now, you already know how it go. That's how I met y'all. I met you through Legend playing basketball at Tart.
Yep.
So then I started coaching. We got close, but then these single parent like mothers sometimes,
mothers,
you know, and it's no disrespect to them because you're only available if you are available. If that makes sense, because I'm a married man and I'm not available.
Yeah,
I can have conversations and all this other stuff, but once you cross that line and you become available and you start looking at it in a different space, then that's when, you know, trouble can happen. But yeah, but rumor about you, I'll let you know because that's all let me know. You know, but about your significant other, that's not my place. That's not my place.
I don't know nothing. My wife know everything because everybody call her about their problems.
How do you deal with that?
I laugh at it, and everybody got problems. Everybody got problems. Everybody got problems, and some problems you be thinking your problems is problems. Do you hear other people's problems? You're like, man, we good. We good.
Yeah. See, I struggle with it, man. But you know, I feel like you know that's part of protection, man. You know, it's kind of heartbreaking, man, and awkward. You know, when I have been around situations, man, where you know a couple walks in and the husband is like oblivious to the moves his wife is making out here. You know what I mean? And
sit back and watch the show.
It's just like, and sometimes it has gotten to a point to where some of that gets out at a function, and it's not a good look. You know, it's not a good look because you know we as strong as we are, I feel like you know rumors and mess can break us a little bit.
They will.
You don't think the relationship's stronger than the rumor?
From a man's point of view?
Yeah.
Because we're so prideful? Nah.
Obviously, no.
I'll put myself in that situation. I'm putting myself before my marriage. Unfortunately.
Okay. No, that was me. That's what got me caught up. You know, just being, you know, what got me doing it was just rumors. It got me out there because I'm like, man, I'm not trying to be stupid in these streets. Like you out here doing X, Y, and Z. Yeah. You know, I picked myself over. I'm like, nigga, I ain't gonna do this, and it wasn't true. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It just is how you look at it.
What about envy? Any couples like move different around y'all because they secretly envied you at all?
I don't think so. If they have, I never noticed it.
See, I just be noticing. I'll be watching.
Yeah,
I'm a watcher.
Yeah,
and the couple competitions are a little weird to me.
The marriage competitions?
They're weird as fuck.
Well, I mean, why y'all? I don't know, because like
I never paid attention to
I've been like I said, for me, it's all different because like my group of friends I've been knowing since I've been knowing SL since middle school.
Yeah,
so it ain't no competition. Like anytime my brother do something, I'm happy to see him win it. Yeah. You know, buy a house, do car, whatever. It ain't no competition because I'm on my time. Yeah. You know, I'm doing what I'm doing. He respect that for what I got going on. Man, I have to see. I think that's more like a wifey thing, man. I know my wife be pointing stuff out like that. I don't be seeing nothing like that. She be, you know, such and such. Like, oh man, we go to Hawaii, they go to Hawaii. Yeah, we ain't the first ones.
That might be a woman thing.
Yeah, we ain't the first ones to do so. You know, but I don't. And I love you, baby. I'm just saying because I think it might be just a wife thing. I don't trip. I don't.
What's the wildest competition thing you've seen, like a married couple do, like to compete against another married couple? The wedding thing is a big thing.
The wedding thing
is that's a real shit right there.
Big dog. Like,
that's some real shit right there.
Are you doing this? Are you going, you doing this? Are you going here for your wedding? All right. Double back. And if I'm the friend, I'm fucked, dog. This shit is expensive.
Yeah.
So.
I don't get it, man, because
Zoom me.
Yeah. What? I don't
it was a couple went to our wedding, and then they had a wedding shortly after, trying to one up type of thing, and they not together no more.
If anything, we were trying to duplicate what y'all did because we like what y'all setup was.
I could see it was a competition thing, and not even with the with the bride, it was more the groom than anything.
Oh,
And
wow.
I noticed it. I
Well,
noticed
so-
it. I pointed it out, and I was like, "They trying to be like us. They trying to one up us."
So it's
Damn near the same songs.
let me ask you this: the dude, you know the dude, there's the dude single parent, both parents.
The wife, no kids. The husband,
What was was he raised by both of his parents? Do you know him like that, or do you just?
he was adopted. He was adopted.
I'm just trying to, for
Yeah,
me, I'm just trying to
yeah.
figure out what be the
The motive?
issues with these men.
I don't know, man.
You see what I'm saying? Because like I always go back to
Niggas is
we said
sensitive
this,
nowadays.
but it's how they were raised, though. For example, and this is my theory. Excuse me for having a theory.
His own grief. Yeah.
I just feel like the men that do be raised by single parent women, father not there, they do tap into the emotional part, but it's just a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Like just too
Preach.
much. 'Cause it's just a little bit too much, bro. You can't be too, because from my understanding, men, like from what I know, we're logical people. We always come to a situation or whatever it is to try to think out what's best for everybody. We don't make emotional decisions like out of emotion make that choice and do something like that. I can't, my dad never raised me to be jealous or envious of another person. He always raised me to go out and work for my own, have my own, do those type of things. Women, that's why I said I see women, they always do what? Like, and this
And
is
competition for themselves.
competitions, but it's also, they also compare themselves to other women and other things that are going on. Like, I don't do that as a man. So that's
Right.
where I'm just looking at, as far as with a man walking into another man's wedding and wanting to one-up him doesn't sound like a man thing to me.
See, okay.
Pick the same fucking song, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You ain't gonna say his name though.
Nah, he cool, but
Alright,
cool from a distance.
I would say, man, as a man, because I've been in this situation. When you're dealing with that love word, and you are dealing with being in love with a woman that doesn't have her own wave, you are going to find yourself in situations where you're agreeing with her on weird shit.
Yes, Lord.
And
Preach.
I have
Amen.
been one of those where we'll walk in a place, and because my wife is sizing everybody up and what everybody else is doing, I'm just speaking in general terms now. But if I'm walking in a place, and this is not my wife,
Right.
but if I'm walking in a place and my wife is sizing everybody up because I'm her husband, I'm going to be doing the same, and we're going to be having those, them silent competitions and shit. So normally, what I see is the husband following behind the woman, his wife a lot of the times, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
Which is really unfortunate.
Because they'll lie to themselves and won't get mad at you because you don't believe the lie that they told themselves.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That is S.O. Samuels.
That was kicking out. They lie to themselves and get mad because you don't believe the lie. What part of the game is this?
Yeah,
that was me.
I can agree though, because I mean sometimes this is when people lie to themselves. Period.
Yeah.
They don't have to be your wife. Just when people lie to themselves. Period. You don't buy into it. They get mad. And I'm just one of them people. I look at right, tell the truth of what it is. So but when me and my wife go out, it depends on what we on. If we out being messy and talking.
Oh, okay, now we get it.
Yeah. It just depends on what we on, man. Kind of day we having, kind of atmosphere we going to, because if you see some ghetto stuff happening somewhere, we gonna comment on.
Oh
it.
yeah,
because why they up here acting like that? Like, come on, you making all of us, You start having those type of things, but I don't think that we never go to like if we were ever to go to like parties or something like that people throw, we will always just go on there just to enjoy the experience and not try to, because you don't know nobody budget, nothing that. So we just try to go and enjoy the space, because I don't want nobody coming back with that karma on me talking about
Yeah.
Andre and Tamara at all. About that's why I try to treat everybody
It's a
the way I
fact.
would like to be treated.
Yeah.
So, but
I'm
yeah,
judgmental. I'm super judgmental.
Are you?
I think I am. I think I
Yes.
blame it on being raised in black churches.
Mm.
So I might snicker or say something funny or whatever, but I be in my mind like, fuck you wearing that for, man?
Why-
But I ain't finna act off of it. Like,
why you blaming it on the church on Sunday?
Because you go to church. you go to church, everybody, why she wearing that? She just trying to get the pastors to teach them. And my grandmother, rest in peace, was the church hoe on the East Coast, but that's a different conversation. So she had all the deacons bopping.
Hold on, did you just call out your grandma, bro?
Rest in peace. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
She got around. She was very swift. That's what old people say.
Oh my goodness!
She was swift in the house of the Lord with a lot of the deacons.
Oh my goodness!
I know what he like. I know what he like.
Oh
so,
my goodness!
I guess that's the part of me that's judgmental a little bit. But I don't act off of it. I think when you start going above and beyond, like, I ain't finna do too much to be in competition with anybody. I'm gonna just do me. But
Yeah.
if somebody doing something, I'm gonna notice it. Look at them. They funny, and I'm gonna keep it pushing. But when they get to the mode of, oh no, we have to do this because we have to do this, and my wife ain't like that. But I've seen couples like, man, they did this, so we're gonna do this. I'm like, man, you kind of whack because that's not even
Yeah.
organic.
Yeah.
You're just doing it just to compete with somebody.
I also say too, it's how you look at things too. When I let my friends inspire me and motivate me, so that way I'm never in competition with nobody because I read in the book, man. As long as you happy knowing that it's people richer than you, poorer than you, taller than you, shorter, you right where you're supposed to be at.
Yeah.
You
Real
be
talk.
good, So that's where I'm just always just like I said, just try to be just humble, happy about stuff, walking it because. When I went through what I went through, man, like with my
Yeah.
wife, it changed me. Because like you said, in certain situations, like we got to let our wife, like you said, lead in a fortunate way. Because she went to church first. Then I went after her,
Mhm.
'cause that's where she had lead. But if, like SO, like you guys said, if the conversation on the phone starts
Bleeding and dog
being,
relationship.
Yeah.
start being messy on the other end,
Yeah.
it's my job to step in and say, no, we're not on that. We're not on that. Because like you said, I gotta protect over here.
I don't need that bullshit infiltrating my
Exactly,
household.
because now
Yeah.
you're gonna include me
Yep.
because
Yeah.
that's how it is. At the end of the day, that's how I be trying to tell my wife. It don't matter. I'm your husband, so I'm always gonna speak up for you. It
Yeah.
don't matter, like right or wrong, female, male, whatever. I gotta have your back. Like, but if we can avoid all of that
Yeah.
by not getting involved in it, but it starts with having that conversation. But if you're messy people and that's what y'all live and
Yeah.
die for,
Mhm.
you putting your stuff always on social media.
Some
you-
people only live for that though too. That's sad when like they're just always the gossipy person and always got to go to social media
Yeah.
because we see it and we know we be want to be updated on their relationship. Like now you back with him, but you just been about this nigga 2
Yeah.
months ago. But I think we thrive for the train wreck
Mm.
somewhere. I think that's subconsciously in us sometimes.
Yeah. See, I'm thankful, man. When I've
Yeah.
never been through that. The only thing that with this, with this situation going on, I'm not putting myself up there like no celebrity, but I'm much more known.
Yeah.
So I think it's important for me to constantly have the talks with my wife about the people that come up to me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because when we go out, there's a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of people. You could be like, man, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? And so, when I go out, there is a certain pressure there because of all of
Yeah.
this and shit like this, and
Mhm.
I'm just glad I haven't been in those situations yet because at the end of the day, man, I'm a regular nigga, man. I'm a regular dude. You know what I mean? But a lot of people do walk up to me, so I'm constantly like this is. And, we was out. We was out like 2 weeks ago, man, and like a random chick walked up to my wife and was like, all the girls wanted him.
Wow.
She was the
Say
one
that,
who got the
man.
ring.
Wow.
Why would you say that?
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
And so it's like
Now, let me question.
that was cool, but
let me question you this. Now, was she single, married? What was going on in
I
her
have
situation?
no idea.
Because I be always trying to figure out why people do things. Like, what's the backstory? Because that'll tell you a lot about how you getting the information. Because if that person not happy, misery do love company.
Was she
Yeah.
cute?
She's decent.
See, I'd be more mad if it's from a chick that I wouldn't even date this chick when she coming to say that. Like, I'd be the audacity.
See
Yeah.
how you look? He took it right to the look. She bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's crazy, man. Hey man, hey, next week, man. Hey, where can people find you at?
Man, real estate guru out here in Vegas, man. Call Grease. Title lease, call Grease, man. Call Grease on Instagram.
On Instagram and Twitter, I am S2DO.
Just call me Spence. Next week, we up out of here.